Live now. Hello, my fellow TBCians all over the world. You are hanging out with Danbawa live streaming here in the city of Abuja. Here in Abuja, I think we have fair weather. There is no rain this morning. The weather is not sunny, just normal. This is supposed to be my number 8 broadcast, but network is our challenges sometime here. I don't know if the network will permit me to do this broadcast. Here, I'm here with Honorable Danladi Fajemi, also a TBCian. I will give him time to also greet the house. This morning he joined TBC last year, and he's also pulling weight in the government because he's a very strong politician here in the city of Abuja in Buhari Area Council. Well, I told us I'm going to make my broadcast in Hausa language and in English, but let me see how the time will permit me to do that. So I will be all right. Yes, sorry, it is somebody here that is taking my attention. All right. I said in this video, I'm going to do video TBC versus the elites and who are going to be the winner. I want you to understand the concept of TBC and then the elites of the world. TBC has come to stay, is already a currency acceptable in over 200 nations of the world. Therefore, nobody can be able to stop TBC. TBC has successfully stand the ground already. I was running through the internet and I was hearing a lot of people blackmailing TBC cryptocurrency, blackmailing at me, using some faces and some video, maybe deceive people that this is the administrator of TBC and other platform which they claimed he have scammed them, duped them in the past. I want you to understand the vision of this administrator of TBC. Just like people didn't believe Bitcoin when Bitcoin came on board. Satoshi Nakamoto never knew that his vision and his dream will capture the whole world just short time like this. But today, Bitcoin have not just taken the attentions of the world. Bitcoin have captured the whole world. And now in the blockchain technology, we have over 2,000 cryptocurrency in circulation, which Bitcoin have pioneered. Now, coming to TBC. TBC is a cryptocurrency in his own blockchain. He have his own blockchain, and the ambition and the of TBC is to eradicate poverty globally. The vision of TBC is to eradicate poverty globally, while the vision and agenda of the elites is to enslave the whole world, to slave humanity into agile poverty, agile slavery. And now, I want you to look at the nations of the world. Why will it be that there is poor people in the nations of the world? It's because of the elites operation to oppress one another. Anybody that is higher or stronger than anyone oppress the other person. That is the agenda of the elites, to make sure that subordinates and people under authority should be oppressed, and they have no comforter at all. As the goal says, if you want to control a person, you control his economy. So they match themselves and program everything to make sure that they control the economic of the poor masses. Then whatsoever they said to the poor man have no objection than to consent to that policy or agenda. But look at the agenda of TBC cryptocurrency. TBC agenda is to eradicate poverty globally. Then now you will ask me, how will that be possible to eradicate poverty globally? Yes, it will be very, very possible. Why? Because now the administrator of TBC said he had over 900 million cryptocurrency lying down in his wallet, which is our TBC bank, that he is ready to distribute it to the whole world. He's ready to distribute it to the whole world. Now, by the time anybody buys $100 worth of TBC from a fellow TBCian, not from the admin, the admin is not selling $1 1 of the TBC. He's distributing it free to the users. So from upline $100 word, it gives you 1 TBC. And now the whole world population, we have about 7 point something billion people in the world. And by the time about 900 million TBC is on circulation, 1 TBC had about 100 million decimal. That is a very wide capacity to accommodate so many kringles inside of it, which at the end of the day, each user or subscriber of this currency will be able to have about 100 million decimal times times 2.2 euro. It will be about 2.2 billion euro at the end of maturity. Then if 900 million people in the world, or 1 billion people, let's assume half of these people, or let's say quarter of these people get, because some people now they're saying in the concept of TBC cryptocurrency, because their own belief, it do not fluctuate. So this is brainwash. The worst thing that will happen to anybody is to be brainwashed. So human being has been brainwashed by capital market, believing that every other thing on earth must fluctuate, must be on demand and supply, then it will not work. So they believe that TBC must be falling down and going up before they will accept it. That is brainwashed. But a situation where this program has been programmed, it will only be going up in value. It will never come down. It will never be depreciated. So by the time that each person have, let's say, half of a TBC, that is having about 1 billion euro in maturity, then he have now a bigger capacity now to be able to employ, to create job opportunity here and there, to employ the poor ones. At that time, those that said no, they don't believe with the concept of TBC, at that time they will also believe to be employed. So however and whatsoever we are going to do, is not everybody that will accept, but I want you to believe that out of 7 point something billion people, 1 billion at the end of the day will accept. And that is why in my previous video, I said by the end of 2020, we are going to be over 7 billion verified member in TBC community. And by that time, you will see the need and the reason why you will come on board to be a TBCian. Even if you are not going to be a full TBCian, you are going to be a merchant. So you must register and have your own TBC wallet to accept this TBC money, because TBC is only going to be the only currency that is going to shake the world, and every merchant in the world will like to partner with these TBCians so that he will cash out his money, he will make money. The bank are looking up to, they said, in all the cryptocurrency of the world, only TBC is stable, only TBC is organized, only TBC they will be able to work with. What a great influence that TBC has brought, that among all the 2,000 cryptocurrency in the world, bank choose only TBC to work with. Then if the bank of the world agree to work with TBC, then you as a person, individual, do you think that bank are just coming to just change and or exchange their money to TBC? No, bank, they are looking at what a wonderful community that is going to be 1 billion members at the end of the day. Banks are going to make a lot of money with TBC. When they buy TBC, and now TBC is growing in value, and people will be coming to bank to exchange their TBC. They will think to do what? To buy from the bank. And bank have bought maybe when it is $100, now is $1,000. Bank is selling at gain, not at loss. So the same thing applied to you. If you are buying TBC today, you are buying at gain because it's still growing, it's still appreciating assets. If you wait until you have reached 1 billion, and by that time, nobody can stop this movement again. Nobody can stop it again. It has been accepted and agreed by a community for the exchange of money. And by that time, the administrator of TBC said on this TBC concept, just like Satoshi Nakamoto have invented the concept of Bitcoin, and Satoshi's hand is no more longer there in control of the blockchain. Bill Gates wrote software. Bill Gates have no control over this same computer internet today. The same thing, Thomas Alvan Edison invented electric bulb. If Edison knew that the whole world today cannot do without electric bulb, he will not bother himself running helter-skelter advertising electric bulb in the farms. But at that time, Edison began to move from farm to farm to encourage them to accept electric bulb. But today, the whole world cannot do without electricity. The whole world cannot do without electric bulb. What a wonderful concept. A lot of people at that time said, Edison, this concept of yours will not work. It will not stand. But today, the whole world cannot do without that concept. Therefore, the only concept that will eradicate poverty in the whole world is the concept of TBC, because one TBC have a very big capacity to accommodate so many kringles that in a family, if we have just maybe 1 or 2 TBCians, then that family have been delivered from poverty forever. Then begin to imagine the type of job creation they are going to create, because that is our agreement to eradicate poverty globally. So everybody coming to TBC is coming with this concept, with this vision, with this mind to eradicate poverty, to create job opportunity, to help one another on the street of the world. So if you are standing there looking at the allies have already invested everywhere in the world, then we are not going to be out of the hands of the evil people of the world. Then you are missing it. Everything is possible because in the book of God, the law of God, he said precisely that this thing that people have thought to do, nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. So this is a concept. Even is Chris Kringle or whosoever could be the administrator of TBC have abandoned this concept, somebody will take this concept and he will push this vision and this dream to fulfillment, to eradicate poverty, to deliver humanity from the hands of the elites globally. So, my fellow TBCians, I want you to have strong mind that we are already successful. We have already stand. Then many of us in the TBC community asking this question: when will I cash out my money? When will I begin to see the benefit and dividends of my money? I want you to get this clear that house is not built in a day. House is never built in a day. The reason why many of us are still where we are is because we refuse to take a risk, we refuse to invest, we refuse to plant. Then if you refuse to plant mango today, you will live not to eat mango in the next 3 years. But if you plant a mango tree and wait and begin to water the mango tree, in the next 2 3 years, you begin to eat that mango fruit. If you refuse to plant palm fruit, palm kernel, then in the next generation, there will be no other ones because the old one are dying already. So this is what is all about investment. So TBC cryptocurrency is not just an investment, it's a money already. When you buy this, when you collect your own share of this money, you look for prospects that want to come on board, you sell to them, you begin to eat the granite under the cocoa tree, the cocoa plantation. While you are eating it, by the time you have accepted worldwide, by the time banks have come in to exchange, by the time there are exchanger platforms and merchants on board to accept TBC as a cryptocurrency, you don't need to advertise TBC again. Just like Bitcoin today, nobody will wake up and say, I have Bitcoin. Or he's trying, I want to sell Bitcoin, I don't know where to sell my Bitcoin. Even if you have $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin today, you can change it, cash it to your own account, whichever currency you operate in the world. So, my fellow TBCians, I want us to have a strong voice to kick against every naysayers in the internet, in the Facebook that they are saying that TBC is. If you are a newbies, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. You are not investing your whole world inside TBC network. Can you imagine where you put just $100? $100, you can afford to lose it. $100, you can afford to give it out, dash it out to somebody. Then when you invest $100 and $100 is giving you hope of delivering your whole generation out of poverty, what an investment. So don't sit down there and be nagging hate before it is too late. Many people say the same thing when it is in the time of Bitcoin and they are regretting today. I don't put all my earning in TBC. I just invested little, less than $100. I invested less than $100 then when TBC have not yet gathered such value. And now I am a stakeholder in the TBC cryptocurrency. I've made over 100 times the amount I invested in TBC already. So whether TBC crash today, whether TBC stand or continue or not, I have nothing to lose because I have already gained my money. So if you go in with the same concept and invest just something you can afford to lose, and then try to recover your money, and then hold on, you are be given your own share and see what is going to happen by the end of this year. You are going to be a billionaire automatically. So here in the studio with me is Honorable Danladi Fajemi, a supervisory councillor of Buari Area Council. He is also here to say hi to the community of TBC and maybe have one or two things to encourage TBCians, you are welcome, Honorable.
Good morning once again. I am Honorable Danbawa from FCT Buhari Area Council. I'm here to encourage the TBC community. I joined TBC last year around July, and since when I joined TBC community through Pastor MD Bawa, he encouraged me. The way he's broadcasting today, live broadcasting, and he was encouraging me, I was looking at it as if it is not something encouraging. But when I joined TBC community, I feel happy and I have joy in my heart. I want to tell people, I want to tell TBC community in the whole world that anybody that is partnering with MD Bawa, he have nothing to lose. Have a trust. He's a trusted seller. No matter how much you buy from him, he will deliver to you. I believe in him. I trust him because there are people from my community today that they are achieving from this TBC community. You don't need to wait for fair exchange simply because you have money with you already. If from community to communities and from a group and the whole TBC association that you form within your community and you'll be buying from each other, the business move forward. If you are selling your TBC for $100 today, $100 can do some small things for you. So I'm here to encourage people that today, I am happy because I am a TBCian. And the whole world, I want to once more tell them, anybody that want to buy TBC, buy from MD Bawa. He's a trusted seller. And I believe in him. Whatever I tell you is real. It's not scam. Because TBC come to stay. Don't be left behind. When Brigade was sent out from the school, he went to wilderness. They were thought he's not going to make it. But today, Brigade is everywhere in the world. TB in your life. Thank you very much, and you are welcome.
Well, that is the voice of Honorable Danladi Fajemi, one of my own in FCT here. And like he said, he is also a trusted seller. He is a TBC stakeholder. So my fellow TBCians, I want us to wake up and to tell the world that TBC have come to stay. Then if you are a TBCian, you need to go to blog every day, read your blog, and then attend Monday regular meeting if you have your send button. So if you don't have your send button, if you have your send button and you're not attending that meeting, you are bringing us backward. So in this community, we have agreed to comply with every obligation or assignment given to us so that we move forward fast. Now that we are in migration, if you don't go to the blog, you won't know where we are and what we need to do. So you need to go to the blog every day, read the blog. If you don't understand, contact any leader and he will give you clear understanding on what the blog is saying. Then if you have any question regarding to TBC, you go to the blog. There are a lot of videos, educational videos about TBC from scratch. You will get all those information and you can contact any leader in the TBC. He will be able to put you through. So we are so grateful for those of you that took it upon yourself to lead us in the pathway of this success, the TBC administrator, the voice of TBC, Bitcoin Randy, and the 10 leaders of TBC, then our able chairman or leader of the future voices of TBC. We are proud of you and the wonderful job you are doing for us in the house here. So, my fellow TBCians, it is a privilege to address us this time of the day. I supposed to do my broadcast yesterday, but network and other challenges failed me. And today I am on board. Tomorrow, precisely, if network permit me, I will do my broadcast the same time. So at this time, I will be saying goodbye to all of us Tibetians. Happy Tibetians. If you are Tibetians, give me a thumbprint. You are well done, and you are welcome to the home of billionaires. God bless you all. Amen.